Yuck. Bindweed. They're really pretty flowers. They're white and they got pink and everything, but this is a weed. And they're really been prevalent in Colorado. Here's some more. I'm in a parking lot, but here's some more bindweed, and I've been in a war with this stuff at Keeley's to get this stuff out, and it just keeps coming back. So with that said, this is Bruce the Last Nail, and I'm on a walking path right now. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'm in Superior, Colorado. We may or may not have rain coming in the next hour, so I have my rain jacket on. But I'm getting some work done on my car. And so this was one of these things where one thing led to another. I had 3 appointments last week, not on the car. One of them was on the car. And I had to make a follow-up appointment to get some studs replaced, or to get at least one stud replaced. And so they ended up replacing 2 at no charge to me, which was great. I'm talking about tire studs. And so, but that led to a brake inspection by the repair shop, and they informed me that I had like 2 millimeters of brake pad left on my rear drum brakes. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry about the interruption. I had to set my watch because I'm trying to get some, as we say, some steps in right now. So anyway, that led to basically a rear brake job on my car, and I decided to go ahead and go for it. And I don't want the rear brakes to completely wear out, and then my car is relying on the front brakes and have those wear out ahead of when they should wear out. So I'm going to keep walking. I'm expecting this to be about maybe 3 miles, but I had to set my watch. And excuse the shaking, but I'm doing this as I'm walking. Right now I'm in Superior, Colorado, and there's a 36. We call that the racetrack. This is between Boulder. Boulder is back that way, and Westminster is down that way. So the bike path is going to stay on the south side, or my right side of the 36, till I get to the top of the hill. Then I think it goes ahead and crosses over. It'll be on the north side of the 36, and then it'll go back as I get close to the mall. So while I was getting my car done, I thought I'd go ahead and get a walk in today. As they say, kill a couple birds with one stone. Now, if I take this underpass, here's the sign. This is probably made from tile. Superior, Colorado, the gateway to Boulder Valley. This is the underpass that really takes you up into Louisville. And here's the bridge. let's see, this is prettier on this side, but there's the creek. I think this is Coal Creek that goes in up, it goes through Superior and then up into Louisville. Okay, let's move on. They're doing a lot of building here in Superior, and here's a nice soccer field. Down there, that's the bridge, says downtown Superior. And there's, I take it those are either apartments or condominiums. But they've been doing a lot of building. When I moved up here into Boulder 10 years ago, this was all open field. Okay, so this is the parking area for the Superior Medical Center, and there's a building going in called the Summit. And then there goes a biker, or cyclist. A biker is a, Harley rider or some kind of motorcyclist, but he's a cyclist. And that's what I ride. I try to get out on my bike about once a week. Now I've hit an uphill portion of the trail, and this should be uphill until I get to the bridge. Now it says the 88th Street Trail, 1.6 miles. Not sure what the 88th Street Trail even is. But I might have to take my windbreaker off. It's actually a rain jacket, just like I said, in case it rains. Here's the back of, I think this is the Superior Rec Center, open daily, Blue Federal Credit Union Sports Stable. They got Floyd's Barbershop. This is kind of the back end. And I'm on a bike path here. So it's listed as a multi-use path. And you can see that, boy, this has really been built in here. So it's really, so far, a really nice day. It's a nice day to get out with the camera and walk and talk. Had to be careful there. A couple of doggy things. But again, I'm going uphill. So, nice day. Okay, I've reached the top of the path, about halfway between, I'm assuming between McCaslin. I've walked about 7/10 of a mile, maybe a little more, about 3/4 of a mile, but I was a little late in starting my Apple Watch on my stopwatch. But it says over here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but West Flatirons Crossing, the exit is 1 mile. Now I expect to be going more than 1 mile. I gotta be looking back here. Here's some more of that pesky bindweed. It looks pretty in here, but it doesn't look very pretty. Okay, now this, I can take the 88th Street Trail from here, or I can go across and take the trail there. Now this might end up going a little bit longer because I might have to detour So since the weather looks really good, I think I might just go ahead and take the longer route and get some better get some exercise. Maybe I get the full 3 miles. So I'm going to go this way. And these are newer homes. I don't know how well you can see that, but these are newer homes that they've been building in Superior. So now I'm on the downhill. I decided to take it to the 88th Street walking path. And we'll see how much of a detour that I have to make. This part of the walking path was not showing up on Google Earth Pro when I checked it this morning. So I'm walking to the Flatirons Crossing Mall, which I've done a couple of videos from there, but that was quite a few years ago. There's been a lot of changes to the mall. They're building, they're taking a lot of the parking out and building rental units. I don't know if there are any condominiums, but basically rental units. And not that I'm planning on moving down there, but they have to get people into the mall if the mall is going to survive and thrive. So what I'll probably do there is go to the food court and get something to eat, and then somehow make my way back and pick up my car. So we'll take that and go from there. Here's a sign here. The 88th Street Trail is almost a half mile. The Vista Corridor Trail, I guess if you take this right, it's 0.1 mile. And this is the Rock Creek. It's called the Rock Creek neighborhood. This is really the first time I've snuck my head in between the rocks, or between the sound walls. There goes one of the maintenance people in his little Kubota tractor. So according to this sign back there, it's almost it's almost a half mile to downtown Superior, but I've gone 9/10, so I think I've gotten a little further. I've actually gone to, or coming from McCaslin. So, and I've gone, okay, whoop, sorry. I'm showing about 9/10 of a mile right now, so that's not bad. Oh, my number one concern is not the rain. The rain is okay. I can deal with that. It's the thunder and lightning that I find real difficult to deal with. Colorado is the number 3 state in the union as far as, okay, I think I just hit a mile, but Colorado is the number 3 state in the union. I have to watch where I'm going here. As far as lightning strikes and lightning deaths. And Colorado is just the 2 states that are ahead of Colorado, Texas and Florida. Florida, because it's in the tropics. Texas is just because it's huge. So I'm at the US 36 bikeway extension, and I was hoping for something over here that I could just go straight over to the mall. You can see the mall straight ahead of me. There's kind of beige or tan buildings. The bikeway is on the other side, but I'm going to go ahead and continue to go this way. I know there's a park down here that I can get to, and then I can get over to the mall from there, so it might be a little extra walking. Okay, I'm at about 1.25 miles right now. Okay, so now I'm on the 88th Street Trail, definitely in Superior. According to this, I've gotten about 1.3 from downtown Superior. I don't think that much, but I'm going over here to Autry Park. Now I've been on that trail before. That will get me over to the mall. So, Autry Park, 0.7 miles. Okay, a little bit of an adjustment there. I went ahead and took my jacket. I'm getting really warm and kind of wet underneath this thing. It's really good at keeping you dry when you're in the rain. But it doesn't breathe at all. Usually good rain jackets don't breathe, I guess. And so now that I've gotten a little wet underneath, I'm just going to walk. Now it feels cooler out here. It was starting to feel pretty hot. And so anyway, it's really pretty in here. So this is what's on my left side as I'm walking south. See a plane, there's Rocky Mountain Airport up at the top of the mesa up there. And of course, like I said, it's a really good year for bindweed. And then there's other grasses in here. And I'm not sure what the name of these flowers are, the purple ones. Oh, now here's a reservoir in here. It's really a pretty reservoir when you're looking at it from the 36. And from here it looks like a lake. But I know there's a dam. You can see the dam on the other side. I'm not really sure which creek goes into it. Maybe a tributary of Coal Creek, I'm not sure. Okay, a lot more going behind me. Now I'm on Shamrock, I guess. And I want to hit a street called Harris. That should get me over to Autry Park. So, and I know Autry Park is to my right. And sounds like the lawnmower is following me. So, yeah, he is. I hope this isn't one of these things where I go in here and hit a gated area, gated neighborhood, and then I have to turn around and come all the way back. But we'll just see what happens. I'm wearing my Dodger hat today for my beloved LA Dodgers, who I think they've won 49 games already. So they're playing pretty good right now, but they are also in town. So I'm mulling over the idea of going down to Coors Field tomorrow. I don't know if I will or not. That's why I wanted to go ahead and get the car done today. You know, this looks almost like a court or a circle, so I could be spinning my wheels right now. So I'll just wait and see. Beautiful neighborhood in here. Okay, so just as I thought, I'm spinning my wheels. I have to go back and go out the other way and then take the longer way to Audrey Park. So that's what you get for trying to take a shortcut that you don't know about. Okay, so that was a detour onto Shamrock. That didn't pan out, so I'm going back to 88th Street, and this should get me to Audrey Park, and then I could take Audrey right over to the Flatirons Mall. And I just hit 2 miles, a 2-mile walk so far, so I expect by the time I get over to the mall, I expect this to be around a 3-mile walk. Now, I don't think I'm going to try to walk back, because it is starting to look a little more threatening for rain. I don't hear any thunder. Now I'm near 88th and Rock Creek Parkway. And guess what? As you can tell, the cars are going round and round because this is a roundabout. Now it's not, yes, you know, the Yes song roundabout. It is a roundabout. So, but I'm not going to sing it. So, I will say though, Yes is my favorite music group of all time. I don't really say much about them. Now, Audrey Park is right up here. So I'm not that far. Now it says Audrey Park 0.7 miles, and it also said 0.7 miles back, but I have to go to the Rock Creek Regional Trail, which is just right up the street here. But look at these flowers. Yeah, see, this is what nice landscaping does. And if you dig around the flowers, I'm walking on the rocks right now. But if you, I don't know if those are daffodils. Oh, they look like daffodils. And you got the purple flowers, purple and yellow. That always looks nice. Now this is a Saddlebrook development in here, but I already learned, I guess, I don't know, maybe I could take a shortcut on Enterprise, but I think I'm just going to continue to go down here to the walkway, and then the mall is just going to be beyond those trees over there. It's a nice little, pretty little pond. Okay, had to make a quick pit stop, but now I'm at Audrey Park. I'm gonna hop on here on the gravel. I guess they call this P rock or something, PEA rock. It's that real fine reddish black gravel. So I wanted to talk about my YouTube channel. You know, I'm 69 years old. I'm not going to make any bones about that. Next March, I'll be 70. So I'm probably one of the older active YouTubers. So I'm not monetized. I don't do this for a living or anything. I just do this for a hobby. I do it for fun. And so I'm getting close to the mall now. I think it's about a little under a half mile. And make a left turn. I don't have to signal. I think these are pickleball. That's what it is. Pickleball courts over here. Pickleball has become really popular. So But like I said, I'm a YouTuber that does this for a hobby, and I'm going to keep doing this until I just feel like not doing it anymore. So anyway, I do watch YouTube quite a bit. In fact, I probably watch YouTube more than anything else. Before we would say TV, now we say media. YouTube, most of the channels, or pretty much everything you see on YouTube, is very specialized. A lot of ads on it, but you know, there's a lot of ads everywhere. So my YouTube, I'm not going to say my 3 favorites or anything like that, but I watch, good, I'm glad I'm near the mall because I just heard thunder. So I don't know if the microphone picked it up or not, but that means I'm gonna head over to the mall, probably get a bite to eat, and then somehow when I think my car is ready, I'm gonna make it to the, the FF1 stop or the bus stop and take that back up to McCaslin. I'm not gonna try to walk up there, especially in the rain or when it's thundering, but it sounds like we have a thunderstorm. But anyway, one of them I watch, of course, is Adam the Woo. I've mentioned him. I think his station is officially called The Daily Woo. And another one, I watch RVer TV quite a bit. Now, I like RVer's TV. I love his traveling that he does. He's got a lot of sayings. I think he's on his Heck Yeah tour, and his name is Russ. And then there's one that I like, Itchy Boots. And she's this gal, I think she's, I don't want to make any relation to age, but she's at least in her 30s. And she travels on her bike all over the world. And she was supposed to be here in Colorado or at some point on a book tour. She's in England right now on the same book tour. But because of the immigration issues and that she's done videos in countries right now that might be seen by our Homeland Security as terrorist countries, she elected not to come to the United States. So hopefully in a few years things will change and she'll be able to come here. So, but you know, everybody in YouTube land has her little sayings, you know. Adam has shall you, he calls coffee, caffeinated, a light caffeinated beverage, something like that. Russ, will say, heck yeah, he's on his Heck Yeah tour. And Itchy Boots is always, hello, internet. So they're, when you start listening to these people, they're very comforting. So I will usually say, when I remember to say it, I'll say, come along for the ride with me, or if I'm doing something with Keely, I'll say, come along for the ride with us. So, and of course, Keely is not with me today, she's working. Okay, I'm getting near the Flatirons Mall. It's really beautiful in here. This is a really nice walkway. There's a signal up ahead, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up the hill here, and once I get on the other side of that signal, that should put me at the Flatirons Mall. So it's been around a 3-mile walk So I don't know how many steps that is. I don't keep count. I do keep count of my miles, and I keep count of how many miles in my walking. I used to call them running shoes, but I don't run anymore. But I used to keep I keep track in my walking shoes now. So now I'm at the Flatirons Crossing, and my watch just hit 3 miles. There's a nice little pond, 36, the 36 on the other side. And I always, whenever I say a highway number, I usually put the word "the" in front of it, or "the," especially if it's an interstate. And that's the Californian in me. As many of you know, I'm from Southern Cal. That's why I'm wearing a Dodger hat. Now I got just a little ways to go. This store over to my left used to be Nordstrom's. They closed down. I think they closed before the pandemic. And then this is Macy's. Now Macy's has a sign there. They're doing a lot of construction around here. Maybe I can show some of it, maybe not. But I've gone over 3 miles now. And let's see how we're doing with the storm. I did hear thunder area earlier, and generally speaking, where you hear thunder, you see lightning. And that's what I want to avoid. Okay, so now I'm inside of the Flatirons Crossing. It's been just around 3.2 miles. And I thought I heard a little bit more thunder out there, but I'm glad I'm indoors now. So I'm gonna go over to the food court. And I don't know if I'm gonna do too much more filming in here. I'm right. Let's see here. So I'll tell you what store I'm at or nearby. This is the Rockies store. And they probably would appreciate me going in there with my Dodger hat on, especially with the year that they're having. But this is some of the Colorado Rockies. It's called the Dugout. And some of the Rockies merch that they have. Okay, I just got notified that my car is ready for pickup. I'm here at the mall still. I went in and had some lunch. And so far I'm at about 3.5 miles. So now I'm gonna head over to the bus stop, and I have my bus pass on my phone, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. And so I'm gonna tack on some more miles. So now I'm back on the 36 walkway or bikeway, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know if you could see across the 36 there, but that's where I'm supposed to be going to catch the bus back to McCaslin. Now, I did hit 4 miles. I counted walking inside the mall. I just didn't do any video. I did very little video inside the mall. But this has been a really nice walk so far, and there hasn't been a drop of rain. So I have nothing to be thankful for, that this is so far gone really smooth. Lunch was really good too. I stopped at one of my favorite places there, the crepe. I don't know what to call it, crepe something, but they do crepes, and I always get my veggie crepes there. So they're really good. If you get a chance, to eat there. So let's see, westbound station, 0.2 miles. So we'll see how it goes. Look like they're doing some cleaning around here, so I'm gonna go out in front. Well, I think I said that I got the call. They said my car's ready, so I'm back at McCaslin, getting ready to pick up my car. So looks like everything's good. I got new sets of rear brakes, and I think that's gonna do it. This is Bruce, the last nail, and thank you for coming along with the ride, for the ride with me, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.